Hello. Uh, Good evening. My name is Goran Menkic or Menka. You're watching Tilda podcast on Freenit, Frontend, and design. And we're going to go over converting the designs into an actual page. How do we export it? How do we create a project for front end and so on. So first, let me just tell you what is going to happen under the hood. Framework. So is this good? Yeah. So there is a front end store kit that is basically going to be cloned when you create a new project, and some of these files are going to be altered so to get the name of the project right, for example. But the base of creating the project is cloning this repository and slightly editing to conform to your project name, for example. So let's see if I. What do you see? Almost nothing. All right. How about now? Better. So there is basically this command, and we're creating a blog. Let's say we're creating a blog site. So Yarn is a standard tool that comes with, I think, all operating systems as a package. We're going to create something called uh, something called blog, and we're going to create it from a Freenit. Um, it's not called StoreKit; it's called Create Freenit. Uh, but yeah, we're going to use Freenit as a template for creating our blog site. So, oh yeah, before we do that, how about I just create the blog, and in the future, this is where my whole project is going to be with the front end and the back end. And I know for a fact that the I'm going to no, I'm going to have this directory, and inside that directory is going to be a front end. But we are going to create it a little bit differently. We're gonna call it blog. Just a sec. We're going to call it blog. So the okay, let me actually run it. So that the name is right, for example, and we're going to rename that blog the front end. Now, why did I do that? Because this name got populated with blog, the uh, the I think here. No, I retain Great Freenet. Uh, I think there's somewhere else that I'm using this name to properly initialize the front end. So this is the command I used. Okay, let's try it like this. This is the command I used. So it should be in a kind of middle of a screen. Uh, and it's going to create a front end for blog and going to put it in a directory called blogs. That's why I renamed it to front end because Freenit really works nicely if you retain this hierarchy because it's basically a combination of two front ends. No, of two frameworks. One is in Python and one is in React. Uh, just luckily, I try to keep those compatible, but uh, the how to say the problem that is being solved uh, is such that has two um, repositories, and there is it's kind of like a ring, one to bind them all, because we're going to have a front end and a back end, and in a more uh, complex project, you might have more stuff, but uh, as a part of a bigger picture, our front end is going to be in this path, and we are going to try to run it. Actually, so if I run this, it should install all my dependencies and npm packages, and it might happen not to work right now. React 17 came out recently, and I can't remember how I'm handling that. Did I install it or not? So if we yarn start and switch to the browser, this is going to take some time. All right. So this is the generic landing page that Freenit gives you. It actually, I think I'm generating that page, as in it's yours to edit. It's just a like a placeholder, so you know where to begin. And what you get, uh, there is a login. We don't have backend right now, so it doesn't work. We have a reset passwords form. We can register a new user, and this is all done in the backend too. So if you initialized front end and the backend and do something, I'm gonna show you later how to um, to put those two together to integrate them. Then all these pages work, and once you log in, now it won't let me in normally. So dashboard doesn't work, but there is a really simplistic dashboard for users and roles. That's what Freenit comes with. So uh, let's see what we actually have to deal with. I can't really remember which file was it. Okay, let's go. Right, this one is is the list, right? Cool. Uh, and let me show you give me a sec. Right. Okay. Yeah. So, in order to save all together everything in one place, I usually create a directory called design. And now I know that design.json is the blog list.json. All right, let's test this hypothesis. I'm gonna start from scratch and then I'm gonna load blog list. All right, let me check which one is blog detail. It's this one. Oh, right. This is going pretty fast. No, actually, I think there's a later one. Right, and one is three, actually. Eh, some left over. So I want two, right? Okay. Now I'm not going to detail. I'm not going to show you the terminal, but you can guess that I'm actually copying a file so that it's in here. And right, not you saw nothing because nothing changed. It's the same file, right? But if I load it, yeah, this is what happens. Okay, so I have these two files in my repository, in a directory where Frontend is, and let's start with the list first. It's slightly easier, and we want to start slowly. All right. So we want to work on this page. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to export that, and that is going to be saved as uh, as a page. Now inside here, I'm going to create a directory. No, actually not yet. Because I saved in a page.js. I know it's a list.js. You can still see it. Okay, cool. And if you take a look inside, there's a theme, there's up bar, there is, well, everything that we put in there, right? And one thing I'm going to change is I'm going to call this blog list. So now I know what I'm talking about. What the hell? Ah, all right. Yeah, I cannot use this. How is it? LT, or it's vice versa. Greater, less than, and greater than. I think this is it. Yeah, we're gonna see. It is gonna complain really loud if it's not okay. So this is um, this is a whole page, and Actually, let me prove that to you first. In order to have a blog, I must add something. I mean, blog list. I must import blog list from list const blog is list. I'm going to go into these details in a second. All right. So, index in a directory, in a page directory, is going to collect all the pages, the initial values, store, and whatnot. And we're all going to put it in here so we can pass it around easily. All right. What that means is that inside routing, uh, import blog from pages blog. All right. We're gonna go back to this, and you can see for the roles that there's roles and roles page, and they all lead to a list. And I'm gonna go back to that, well, pretty soon. Just let me copy them both. And this is going to be capital because newer React scripts demand it. So yeah, I'm going to update the store kit obviously, but until I do, we have to edit these things. And I feel like I'm missing something. Right. Aha. Ta-da. Okay, let me show it to you. This is all I got. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah. Um, I'm not doing something right. So, yeah. Let me show you what's going on. I want my browser to scream when it renders, so I know it's using this route, but it's not. Maybe this might be the answer why. No. All right. Let's. Wait a minute. Okay. Login works. Oh, damn it. That means that I'm using old Freenit. Is that right? Yeah, I think there should be 7 here, but never mind. Let's see what we can do. So, uh, yeah, because I screwed up. How about now? All right. So this is what we have now. um, this is our page in a web browser without the designer, and this is how the designer looks like. And can do something like this, uh, and you can see the resemblance, right? Uh, and that is basically how you create a page to to correspond to your uh, design. Ideally, correspond uh, identically, right? And actually, what you need to do is, yeah, I don't need this. I don't need theme provider because I'm using the default one. So no, I don't need this at all. But otherwise, it would be required. Did you see? No, you didn't see that. So like this, I removed the theme and theme provider completely because I'm using the default one, and I saved it like this. And what I get is still this because it's using default theme, not the one I provided through design. So this is one small cleanup that we'll probably use it a lot, but that was the only way to save the design and theme and images and all that, so that the resulting file is not perfect. All right, it contains all the extra info that, for example, styles should be in a separate uh, file and then import it. Then this URLs, or you will probably use your own images. This should be files inside a folder, so you import them and use them and so on. And this is how uh, only the export works. So we need to clean it up now. And we're not actually going to do that. Uh, we're going to uh, leave it as it is. And I'm not showing the editor again. Sorry about that. So all these URLs will probably be pictures. All these styles need to go into separate file and imported and so on. So this needs to be cleaned up, but we're not going to do it right away. Let's say we are satisfied with the uh, with the blog list, and now I'm going to register the blog detail page. But for today, I'm going to do it in a really simplistic manner. This is not how blogs should work. I just want to keep it simple. So I want my browser like this. Okay, you can see it. Cool. So I want to take the blog detail, export it. It says page.js, but it's probably not going to be that file. Let me see. Page. Yeah. Um, I'm just copying the file, so not that you're missing some fun here. Um, Log, and this is detail.js. All right. So this is what we have. This is what we have right now. So I'm going to call this blog detail, and this is going to be blog detail. Uh, Index is going to have detail from detail, and all right. So we're building it slowly. Now I don't need list anymore. What did I do here? Okay, what the hell is this? Alt equals. I have no idea. Oh, that's probably the image. Hmm, yeah, totally descriptive. All right. Can you just leave me alone? All right. Now, yeah, this should be something descriptive, but we're not going to go into all the details at once. Now, let me just see. All right. I have to check now and then if you're watching my browser while I'm editing, or you're actually I'm streaming what I'm supposed to stream. So once again, we're going to use default theme, so don't do anything. And yeah, we didn't register this. When I say register, I mean like, okay, we already ripped out roles, so why not? Blog and ID. Okay. Uh, and when I said this is not how you register a blog, you you can do it by ID, but I think there are better ways. And in this course, I'm going to show you what I mean by that, just not right now. And if I go to my browser, wow, it actually works. And you didn't see it. Come on. So, yeah, this is blog/1. I just made up that ID, and it doesn't even matter because it cannot be blank. What the hell? Right? You cannot put it like this. It has to be like this, right? And this is one example of successful export, and that successful export is not complete. It's just visible in your front end exactly as advertised, right? These two should look alike, right? Except for the how to call them the tools on the sides. That's basically it. All right. So uh, let me just tell you what is going on here. Um, these these parts of URL of path that are with a column, they are called parameters. So if my URL is blog/1, then this ID variable is going to become have a value 1. And later on, I'm going to show you how to access that variable and actually do something based on that. Uh, I mean, not something, but fetch exactly that blog post and display it. So that's why it's here. And for the blog post, we will probably have something called slug, the date, and whatnot thrown into it once we develop this a little bit. Blogs is a list of blog posts, but this is also a list of blog posts. Now, how this works? If I say blogs, uh, I'm gonna get a list of blogs. But what am I going to get here? Let me take a step back. Let's say you have 1,000 blog posts. You don't want them in your list, all 1,000 of them. You probably want like I don't know. We put 6 in there, or maybe 9, right? Or whatever your grid is, right? To populate it nicely, and you're gonna get. Let's say it's 9 by 9 blog posts. 9 blog posts at a. It's called a page, because it's like you're listing a book, and you're looking a list of. Uh, oh damn it! I didn't show the code again. Okay, so blog/2 means that this page parameter is going to have a value 2, and when my URL is like this, it's like having a total different page. It's going to correspond someone to this one, but they're going to be different pages. And what this means is like I wrote /0. Okay, so this is the meaning. When you go to /blogs, you get the whole list, the list of first few, and then as you add the page parameter, you're switching from first 9, for example, to the well, this would be third set of 9 blog posts. Okay, so uh, let me see. Yeah, this is the bare minimum you have to do to register a page. It doesn't, how to say, it doesn't do anything in a sense that it's almost a static page. It's always rendered the same. But let me show you what else is included. hope this is it. Maybe. Why not? All right. Let me see. Did it blow up? Uh, it didn't. It actually shows the same page. How do I know I changed it? Is that here this Freenit is by default. And this is what you need to do to clean it up a little bit more. So first, in the details, here is Freenit. It's going to be blog site, for example. What am I showing? Okay, the editor. So let me show you the right. We have a blog site, and then in where was it? Public, yeah. You have this title Freenit app. Actually, let me first show you what I mean. This here in a tab says Freenit app, and when I change that in this index file to blog site, and then go to the browser again, now it says blog site. All right. So this should be your standard procedure because now you have a link to a login. This icon is going to change based on whether you're logged in or not. And you have this sidebar. Only login is present now. When you log in, there are dashboard users, roles, and so on. So you have a really basic skeleton of a website. This is how you clean up the start kit and name it properly and import your designs. Ideally, you start with a design in a Freenit designer so you don't have to do much work later on. Okay, so I'm satisfied with this. Let's say I'm satisfied with this. Actually, I'm not. No, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do in just a sec. Blog detail is cool, but the list isn't. I'm going to do the same thing, and that is put template into place instead of div. Remove the up bar like this, and well, import it like that. All right. Now, why I did that is because now this has the same layout, same template for every page that is used, either this or this, the upper bar is the same. Uh, I mean, it's same for all the pages, but it does change according to your logged in status. And we could we could basically make these to build links, and that's what we are going to do uh, probably next time. So, not probably. Definitely, we're going to do that next time, and we're going to make these different blog posts with different IDs. We're going to lie about the data for a while until the backend kicks in. But until that happens, we're going to have a uh, unique identifier for every blog post, and then we're going to use them to generate the URLs. That's the idea. I mean, on every blog site, you have a list of posts, and those are links that take you further to read more or whatever. We can use a button, we can use this whole cell to be a huge link, or we're going to see about that. Now, naturally, that you can do that in a designer because it's not gonna take you anywhere. It can take you to a new page. Uh, that would be a cool feature. Take me to a new page in a designer. So yeah. But anyway, uh, we saw how to register two pages that have nothing but the UI, uh, and how to uh, use the URL parameters that we are going to need later. Uh, I can, well, next step is going to be lengthy, so I'm going to leave it for the next week. Well, not next week. We are recording every second week. Uh, so 1 week we are going to have photography class, and 1 week we're going to have a front end. It's the closest thing to design, I guess. So I'm gonna see you in 2 weeks and tell you more about how to link these two pages and how to read the parameters from URL so that you know which uh, blog post you are displaying and fetching the data later on from backend and so on. So thank you for watching. Uh, and if you like that, please consider the Patreon page for Tilda Center. It's a hackerspace in Novi Sad, and all Tilda Center lectures are always going to be free. So please support us in trying to find a new place. We had to move out, and this is a way for us to ask for support to get into a new apartment and uh, carry on with the lectures in person when we are able due to Corona, and have them recorded because now we know how to stream properly. So thank you for watching. Consider this and see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.